Has Sushant Singh Rajput's death case come to a near end? AIIMS report has ruled out murder and upheld death by suicide. But Sushant's family now is crying foul. Sushant's family is unhappy with the latest findings and are now demanding for a new forensic team to probe into Sushant's death. Sushant Singh Rajput's family lawyer has in fact challenged the AIIMS report, raising several questions on the findings of the autopsy team. Vikas Singh has also now written a letter to the CBI who is probing into Sushant's death case, asking them several questions on the report filed by the 6-member AIIMS panel who've ruled out murder in the death of Sushant Singh Rajput. In fact, Vikas Singh there has also said that Sushant's family is highly perturbed by the AIIMS report and questioned how the AIIMS panel came to a conclusive report in the absence of a body. So with no conclusive report from the AIIMS forensic team and with the ED being visibly silent on allegations of misappropriation of funds, we cannot help but ask, has the Sushant Singh Rajput death case come to a dead end? While the CBI continues to carry out its investigation, we're going to bring you some of the latest details with this case here. Riya Chakravarti has finally been granted bail after 28 days in jail in a drug-related case. In fact, the Bombay High Court granted her bail on a surety of 1 lakh rupees. She was behind bars in the alleged drug-related case pertaining to Sushant Singh's death. Now, while Riya Chakravarti has been granted bail, her brother Shouvik Chakravarti is still in jail. The High Court in its order said Riya is not part of a chain of drug dealers and has not forwarded the drugs allegedly procured by her to somebody else to earn monetary or other benefits. While for Shouvik, the court observed that he's been an integral part in this drug nexus. He's been coordinating for supply and purchase of drugs, therefore he'll have to remain in jail. While the court has granted bail to Riya, it comes with some conditions. She's got to mark her presence before the police for the next 10 days. She's got to submit her passport. She can't travel out of Mumbai without prior permission. The Bombay High Court has also granted bail to Sushant Singh Rajput's cook Deepesh Sawant and also his house manager Samuel Miranda on a personal bond of 50,000 rupees. While Riya Chakravarti is now facing probe on the allegations made by the NCB, which accuses her of being an active member of a drug syndicate and managing the finances for drug procurement. On the other hand, Team Riya has accused Sushant's family of illegally administering drugs to Sushant Singh Rajput without a proper doctor's prescription. The matter is also now with the CBI. The CBI is going to probe the matter. Of course, Sushant's family says this is malicious and this was not true considering the prescription came from a doctor itself. But the truth being, Sushant never visited a doctor, but yet Sushant's sister managed to bring a prescription from a doctor. This has to be investigated. The CBI is on that. Now the CBI is moving forward, probing into Sushant Singh Rajput's death case. What are the angles and aspects that they're really looking into? With the AIIMS report now upholding death by suicide and the murder theory being ruled out, the CBI is now focusing around what really resulted in Sushant Singh Rajput's suicide. Abatement to suicide is of course one top angle that they're going to be investigating into, where Riya Chakravarti has been accused of by the family members itself. And then of course the nepotism angle comes into picture. Then you have the professional rivalry that the CBI is also looking into. Of course, among others also will be the effects of drug abuse, considering that Sushant time and again with several findings has shown to have been consuming drugs. What was the effect of the drugs that he was consuming? And even Sushant Singh Rajput's mental health condition will be taken into cognizance here. And then on the other hand, the Enforcement Directorate as well as the NCB are probing into money laundering as well as the drug angles respectively. It is interesting to note that so far, the ED has not been able to find any money that has been illegally siphoned off by Riya Chakravarti or her family members as accused by Sushant Singh Rajput's family. And as per the CBI, the money transaction theory has failed during the course of the CBI investigation. In fact, there is nothing concrete in the audit report to suggest the same either. The CBI has also not found any concrete evidence of a connection between Sushant Singh Rajput and his former manager Disha Salyan's death as well. Now with the CBI not finding anything concrete as yet in the case here, we are only wondering which direction this case and probe is really heading towards. We're going to wait and watch.